Okay, so we are in issue 3 of Masks Cosmic at the land of last session. We ended up with poor Gert being taken away.
Tragic.
We had Egon had been revealed to be of the same species as Dumatron, and Dumatron had almost destroyed him. And the comedy hijinks of the team had sort of come home to roost, and there were ramifications for their actions and choices. So I think we will open up with a scene as we turn our page into the comic and see Gert kneeling, or sort of being forced to kneel in front of the throne of unity.
No.
And Gert is protesting. You've got the wrong guy. It's not me. I'm not who you think you are. I am. And things. I think Unity looks at him and says, "You are correct. You are not who I thought you were, but I will still make something out of you." And we see energy extend out of Unity's fingers, followed by horrid screams coming from Gert as light overwhelms him, and Gert is changed into something else. Then we flip our page to the crew. I think you got back to the Space Hawk, and you were deciding, I think, on your next course of action. So let me ask that question then. You have this broken stone form, Dumatron. You managed to hold it away from exploding, but it is almost.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
I can hear you.
All right, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you have this form. It's a question of what does Dumatron want to do next?
The worst was, what's the crack? I think it was. I dated an Irish fellow.
A crack?
Yeah, but
What?
like CRIAC or AIC, I think it was. But he said it the first time on the phone, and he had a really thick accent, and I thought I was just mishearing him, and it took us like 10 minutes to figure out that I just didn't know like the vernacular.
You just did not know what the crack was.
Right.
Exactly.
And I was like the crack.
Folks, apologies for that. I dropped for some reason. I think I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Yeah, but you're no longer the host. I hope it's still recording there, because it says recording on the top.
Still recording. I think the host has come back to me. I think.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that happened. Yeah, I lost the host powers. No.
You were so excited.
I think it's come back. Cool. So what I got to before it all went a bit weird and froze to me was I was asking Dumatron. They have this stone form which appears to everyone else lifeless. What does everyone else react to around Dumatron holding this? Was just this form was a service. That was a servant of Unity, and Dumatron has brought it on board the ship, and it appears lifeless to you. How is Rana feeling about this?
Rana's in their own little world just now. I think they're probably quite detached from the group.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I think maybe they're just in whatever passes for their quarters, just like staring at their phone.
Mm-hmm.
1, wanting to send Gert a message in the hope that he gets it, but honestly not sure what to even say.
Makes sense. How about Danger Beam? How is Danger Beam reacting and feeling about all of this?
Well, I think if I'm remembering correctly, the last thing that I did in our last session was try to do a comfort and support for, like, formerly known as Shadow, or for Rana.
Yeah, it didn't go well, did it?
It didn't go well, so I think Danger Beam is just kind of at a bit of a loss. Like, she doesn't know what she did wrong. If she did something wrong, she's worried about Gert, and like this whole situation has gotten very fraught, right? With the broken rock guy and like Gert's got, and she doesn't know what you're supposed to do when this happens. In fact, like, she probably would try to talk to the voice in her head.
Okay.
So this is when you approach your creators or caretakers with a problem. Tell them what obstacle you face or what you need to achieve, and they will offer you something you need. And then the GM chooses one. If you accept their help, they rewrite one of your lessons for you. Although I do not have what happens if you don't accept their help from the keeper, which is odd because I'm usually pretty thorough.
So take a look at that on the newborn sheet.
Yeah.
Approach your creator, take the problem, tell them what obstacle you face or what you need to achieve, and they'll offer something you need. So the voice is sort of disembodied. What are you asking it?
How I can save Gert, probably. Like, our team seems a bit fractured at the moment, but we need to act. Like, I mean, I don't, obviously, in character, I don't know that Gert has already been transformed or whatever's happened to him. So in my mind, we could still save him. So I'm asking, like, what do we do? Everyone seems to be falling apart, but we need to come together and save Gert from unity. I'm like, unison, unitard. No. And I'm like very consciously trying to keep my thoughts away from the fact that I've looked in the box.
So remind us of your current lessons.
The lessons are, I know I have them written down. I just have to find the right place on the screen. Where did they go? Oh, a superhero should put others before themselves and never reveal the voice in your head the humans will not understand, which I think at some point we extended verbally to like the non-use because there aren't that many humans around.
So
but I think there's space for 2 more to get filled in through place. Wasn't there? So you could write one in addition instead of like erasing one if you want.
Specifically, if they will rewrite one of the lessons for you, right? So that's the though it could fill one in, I suppose. So the voice, I think, says, the being known as good is gone. There is no coming back from Unity's grasp.
But he was just a little frogling.
So It is the unfortunate truth that choices have been made. I would advise that you are Bobby, sorry. Let me just, I would advise that you are I would advise that you feel fortunate that your friend is still here. You can't save everybody.
Oh,
Hey there. Sorry about that.
No problem.
all right. Nice to see you, Steven.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
good to
group
see
will
you.
probably need you soon.
Yes.
Um,
We'll just come to the end of these sort of interactions, Stephen, and I'll come through to you. So, and it says,
so okay.
it said,
Well,
yeah.
if we can't save everyone, who can we save? We should focus on that, right? That's what am I supposed to do if
It says the spark of Goethe has been changed forever. The spark of Aegon has not yet gone out.
Aegon is the rock fellow?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll go talk to Dumatron and we'll figure it out. Right? Dumatron will know.
Yes, perhaps. Dumatron will need you either way.
That sounds vaguely ominous, but all right. Thank you, Mr. Voice.
Okay, so welcome back, Harmony. Last time the heroes went on a date, had some fun, and lost friends. It's somber. They have returned. You're back on board the Space Hawk. During this time, I think you all of this happened really within a few hours. You've been entertaining and with a stellar cosmic solar songstress, because we got her off the ship the last session you played. But now the team have arrived back. Rana's gone to their room looking stressed. Orchid is also looking concerned. And Dumatron, what are you doing before we give Harmony a moment?
So I go to whatever med bay we might have, put a big, large pile of rock basically on one of the beds, which looks just like a pile of rocks. It doesn't have hands or legs right now, because it's like quiet. And then I stand up. You see like me thinking for a second, and I walk towards Rana's room.
Okay. Harmony, everyone seems to be in gloom mode. What you doing?
I guess I was actually also thinking I was probably heading to Rana's room, but when I saw her come back on the ship all depressed, since if she's depressed, clearly something's wrong.
Well, you're outside Rana's door then, yeah? And it's shut. Does it have any sort of do not disturb sign or locked sign on it, Rana?
You're muted.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I knock. Rana, are you...
You knock. I go right in.
So I guess there's just the image of like me about to knock, and then Dumatron just walks in.
Yeah, and there's like 2 or 3 seconds of frantic, wiping face and slipping mobile under pillow. And what is it? You can't just walk in here.
Why not? Hey, Harmony, missed you.
Because it's my room, not yours.
Okay. Why does it mean I cannot enter it?
Didn't say you can't enter. I just said you can't just walk in.
We usually, knock and ask for permission first.
I go outside and knock.
Yeah?
I need your help.
Come in.
I go in.
Harmony awkwardly kind of walks in after you.
Yeah. Rana's out of their superhero costume. It's probably dumped in a corner unceremoniously, and their eyes are a bit puffy and very glassy and moist.
Mm-hmm. I am a rock, so there is no moist. I just say you are our birth pilot, and I don't know where it is, but we need to get to my home planet.
Right. Is this to do with the rock?
Yes, he's not destroyed. He can be healed. I don't know if he can be healed out of... I look at Harmony. What was his name? I keep forgetting names.
What rock?
I don't know if it can be healed from Unity's mind damage, but it doesn't have to be destroyed.
Do you know how?
I'm just thinking in my head. I've just walked in on something here.
Yeah, the rock. We found one of Unity's. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, apparently I'm not the only one.
Job description goes.
Yes, apparently I am not the only one of my kind that he decided to fashion into a weapon. Did you know?
So Harmony, we sort of came across one of Unity's, let's call him is he a commander? Is that a good term?
Slave. The best term is slave.
Yeah, high-ranking, powerful slave. He was trying to cut a deal with Gert for something, and we got in the middle of it. We thought we got Gert out, and we double-crossed the rock guy, but Unity got Gert, and we've got the rock guy, and he's not very well.
Unity got Gert?
Yeah. Unity got Gert.
I look confused, and I'm like, what? When? Because I have no idea that they refer to him.
When we were fighting Aegon.
Well, I look in thought, very deep in thought, but
yeah. How long do we have? Is there time? Or is he in danger, the rock guy? Or is he stable?
I believe he's, like all rocks, stable, but in order for him to be again, we will have to bring him to my planet. There are spatial healers there that can bring back rocks that has become basically, lifeless.
Yeah. I think before we make any more big decisions, we should probably check in with the raptor.
Raptor?
Yeah. Harmony, he left a message for you. He's getting pretty angry. Some people think that we might have stolen the cruise liner.
Oh, well, I'm sure we can set that right.
Harmony is the Estelle safe. Have you dealt with that issue?
I guess this is what's up there, David?
How do you want to have ended that? I think you would have dealt with whatever you want to have done with that Harmony whilst you were off camera last game. She could still be here on the ship, or you could have packed her away safely, which she thanked you greatly and signed everything.
Can we have a brief Estelle flashback with Harmony?
Yeah, well, I think is she still here? It's the first question. I think we've got to.
Yeah, I don't feel like
Mundane.
necessarily
Mundane.
for what?
To see how it ended. To see how it ended. If you were like weird or if you were like normal.
Okay. But yeah, I don't think Harmony would have just like been like, hey, we're just flying around the galaxy into danger. Why don't you just stay on our ship? I think that would have been that would be a bad idea. I think that Harmony would probably want to try to keep Estelle safe and send her away somewhere, because I do. Yeah, but like one of my moves is that I can always like track down the people in my. They can't escape me. I can just track them down.
I think maybe then you booked her safe passage, her and her entourage, and got her away from the planet. She's given you her private comm signal, signed everything you wanted, and as you parted, she sort of leans down and kisses you softly on the cheek and says, "Thank you for looking after me. You're my hero."
Yeah, I think Harmony blushes and do you want me to make a roll for something to see if I take another influence with her? Or do you just want to treat it as like
I'm happy to give you the influence over her.
Or maybe she's using influence on you because she just told you you were her hero. Like,
yeah,
that's true. So I think you may want to you're going to accept, because she is telling you who you are and trying to form you into that image.
So yeah, what is she shifting then?
If you are accepting it, she is going to put your savior up and your freak down.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll make the you gonna make the changes, or shall I?
I'm making the changes.
Oh, cool. Right.
I changed them over. I changed my column over to drop downs to make it easier for me.
Cool. So she says, I really do appreciate it. Give my thanks. Give my thanks to your sidekicks. I hope we see each other again.
Oh, I will. And I think we flash back to the present, and I'm like, I got this sign for you, and I didn't ask for this, but I think it's signed like to Rana's sidekick. I mean, to Harmony's sidekick. And I hand that over to Rana.
Seems legit.
Rana will take it, barely glance at it, and just put it on a little drawer.
Take a powerful blow.
Gert loved the style. They were going to be married when he made it.
I'm not sure why you would like to call the Raptor, but we have to go to one of those places.
Well, he left us a message and he's getting pretty impatient. We do have a ship. We should probably check in.
Sure, let's talk to him, but let's call everyone into the call. Like, let's go to the main call room or whatever, if we have one, something like that. But there's like a hologram or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. So that the comm signal comes on. We see the raptor again in his in the combat faces mast, and you can sort of can't see anything else around them. It's just them standing there, and it's like, where have you kids been? Harmony, what's been going on?
Well, we resolved things over with the cruise liner. It's now. I kind of look back at the rest. It's still safe, right?
Yes, we all say yes with our faces.
We just all nod. Oh, ran a nod, sorry.
Yeah, we probably do. Danger Beam is there too, because I said we called everyone, just to be clear.
Hello.
Yeah,
Danger
just so you know, you're
Beam.
with us in the call.
Said, Alara Teleshah believes that you stole a cruise liner and abducted a galactic celebrity. Tell me this isn't true.
I mean,
It's
not abducted.
true.
We saved a galactic celebrity.
I sent you on a recon mission. She was en route to back you to take control of the situation. Not your best hour. Irresponsible of you.
There was a kidnapping ongoing.
He's telling Harmony who they are.
Okay. I mean, it's always. I think you say what he's shifting before I choose to accept or reject.
Apparently not.
No.
I don't.
No, there's nothing.
He doesn't.
There's nothing in the movies regarding that. If that's how people want me to do it, I don't mind. I don't know if that's just a convention you've come across or someone's done it before, but there's nothing mechanically that means to do it. I don't have any issue telling you that if you prefer. What would people prefer?
I don't care. I think not knowing is scarier and cooler.
Yeah, like I always feel the game's supposed to be more narrative driven. So
Yeah.
This mechanic should almost be secondary.
But the move doesn't state actually if like what are the changes. When someone with influence over you tells you what you are, accept what they say or reject it. It doesn't say anything about the adjustments. Which is strange.
Okay. I guess, yeah, I look back at him and say, I did what was necessary at the time, and I'm gonna reject his influence.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Here we go.
What happened? I'm curious.
Okay. That's a 4, so I'm pretty certain that's a miss.
Yeah.
If we all help, then maybe you could pass. I don't think we have
I
a great
also
team though.
I might have insecure as well, so that might be a 2. No, I don't. Okay, so it is a 4. So if you all want to help, since he is talking about all of us here.
Yeah. And the question is, do we have 3 team?
Your current team.
We ended up with 2 in the last session.
Looking at the spreadsheet a second. Just lost it.
Where's the team?
It's
tracked?
on the game support and safety.
Thanks.
Current team is 4. Start a new session, man.
Oh.
The team should have gone up to 5.
That's a lot. Are you sure we have that much?
I'm pretty certain the team's only supposed to refresh if it's below. I don't know if you keep like getting added on.
No, start session. The GM adds a team to the mill.
Yeah, it doesn't say refresh. It can refresh every some time when
It
time
refreshes
passes and
when
stuff.
time has passed.
Yeah.
The time
Okay.
hasn't passed. This is a direct pickup. So your team.
So let's see if we can all help. I'm just suggesting that all three of us help this, just for the heck of it. I'm gonna try to help, and say something like I look at Raptor and say, as far as I know, you have not been put as our manager. We are here to save people, and if people need to be saved, we must do what's necessary.
Yeah. And Rana will pipe up to help as well, going, there was a kidnapping ongoing. There was like a psychic cyclops, and you had these weird shadow minions, and they were trying to take all the VIPs, and then they tried to crash the ship into a star, so I had to divert it. Harmony acted commendably.
That's two people. Danger beam.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry.
Ah.
Bother.
What did we miss?
What was I starting to say before I got distracted by my own mutedness? Oh, I think so. Danger Beam's still a bit like she wants to get to the rock planet because she knows to do, but otherwise she's a bit unsure of herself, but believes in the team. So it would be something like, I think everyone on the team is doing their very best all the time, and that maybe some kindness is what's needed here.
That's 3 helps, that's 3 team, and that's a 7 if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. So on a 7 to 9, choose one.
Cool. So let's see. And checking. Yeah, I'm gonna. Can't really think of how to necessarily prove them wrong, acting to prove them wrong here, so I'm gonna cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
Okay. So their attention is shocked, and they turn towards Rana and he goes, "What do you mean you flew the ship? You're locked out of the systems."
No, I'm not. I mean, I didn't check. I just did what I had to do.
He said, "You need to come back to me on Epsilon Prime immediately."
That is impossible.
Yeah, I kind of, what we need to do is get to, what's this planet we're going to?
What's its name? I have never given it a name. I don't think it has a name.
Okay, what we need to do is get to Dumatron's home world. We have injured people on board that need help.
Yes.
And I'm trying to provoke someone, I think.
Whom are you trying to provoke?
The raptor.
Yeah.
To do what? Leave us alone?
To like not like try to like let us go off on this mission.
You need to roll that.
Yeah. Let's see, that is okay, a 12 on the dice.
Hooray.
But let's see if I actually have the stats. Yeah, my superior's 1, so even though I forget which one decreases, yeah, it doesn't matter. I have a full success.
Cool. So the NPC does what you want. Do you want to describe how Raptor reacts?
Yeah, I think the reactor looks a little bit taken aback to be contradicted by a bunch of teens that apparently actually took care of everything without his help, and in fact are actually not as he thinks going around having a party, although some of us might have performed with Estelle. Is actually on its way to do something important. And so I think he looks a little bit like taken aback and chagrined a bit.
At which point, I think the raptor then looks and he's sort of scowled and says, "I'll cover for you." Presses a button and the comms go out.
Do you think I earned his respect there?
Yeah. You stood up for what you believe is the right thing to do. I think you did.
Mm-hmm. Also, the whole team was kind of behind you and everything.
But, you know, the team probably earned his respect at that point, going, maybe you're not the all the failures that I think you were. And he's going through. You can see him like back in the base, over the Raptor computer, looking at Rana's telemetry for the sun skip, and going like, impressive.
Yeah, I turn to Rana and just go like, so our back kind of compliments his thing, or does he just dislike me?
He's the raptor.
I don't know how you can think someone's a failure when they've only been around for like 3 days total. I haven't had time to fail at anything. I only just hatched.
I think you hatched a little more than that, but yeah. Also, I'm hundreds of years older than him. He doesn't get to tell me what to do. Okay, so I look at Rana and Pilot. You need to find my home planet and get us there.
But first, the box.
What box? Oh, right, the box.
The box. And Rana will look at Danger Beam.
Is that really important?
It was worth them kidnapping Gert over. Yeah, it's important.
I
They've
guess
got
so.
him. What have we got?
David just went away, just so you know. He's like doing it on purpose. He said, "Be right back."
Oh.
And he said, "Ooh, the box," and said, "Be right back." We should probably update Harmony and what the hell is that box?
Well, we don't know what that box is.
But do you know what the circumstances around the box are? Stephen?
No, I don't think I do.
So yeah, it's a bit important, probably.
Unity wanted
it.
Yeah, Unity wanted it, and we stole it. But also Gert was trying to steal it.
Gert stole it. We were given it.
Yeah. Yeah. How did we get him to give it to us?
I asked nicely, and he decided that it was probably a lot safer for him if we had it.
That sounds right. There was like a wardrobe involved. It's all gotten very fuzzy somehow, but yeah. And then he jumped out like the window, but then he got captured and Unitied.
Oh
but
yeah,
anyway,
and
just we weren't supposed to look in it, or
we wanted to look at it, but you contacted your voice and he told you that we shouldn't, and you tried to convince us we should rush out.
Yeah,
and then you looked at it.
Looked at it anyway.
You told us later.
Yeah, and now it's later.
And later would still be later. We have to get. Don't you want to get Aegon to your planet?
I don't. I mean, I do, of course, but I'm so. Oh, she's gone.
But while we're waiting, go ahead.
So to say, did Pearl just drop as well?
Yeah, Pearl says she's so suspicious about opening that box. She just deliberately left the room.
I did double check the actual rule book, and it does on page 78.
It does say.
It does say the GM tells you what they'll shift up and down before you choose to either accept or reject.
Sure. Okay.
I'm just bringing it up for people's
No,
information.
that's not a approach. It's not in the summary rules, so it's obviously if it's in the main book. I passed me by. But...
Yeah, it also says if you accept what they say, the GM will adjust your labels accordingly. Accordingly to what, basically? That's like
to what they said
told
they
you
would do.
before. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like that's probably why everyone read it in that way of first saying, which is fine.
Yeah.
Let's see if the entropy beam ever returns, or if did she take the box and lock herself in her room forever.
Someone. Oh, she's stuck in the waiting room. Ta-da!
You should cancel that.
Yeah, I'm. It's on by the by default. I'm just switching it off.
I know. It sucks. Like when I walked on Zoom some stuff, and it was so annoying. Like
yeah, I've just switched it. I've now just switched it off, so it should not.
It's the most useless thing ever.
Well, it stops people from Zoom bombing the room, but hopefully, like you're not going to Zoom bomb the room. If you did later on, there'll be no. So it's fine. Right. So, Pearl, are you back?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My laptop just turned itself off and on again randomly, like the whole computer.
Sounds like an update.
It noped hard.
Yes. It does not want us to open
The voice, yeah. But yeah, I am Yes, I am certain that while we prepare the ship to go to my home planet, we could look inside a box.
It could be dangerous. I don't know why you all are so, haven't we seen enough badness?
That box cost Gert his freedom. I would like to see what it was.
Also, I want to pierce the masks of Dendrobeam, because it feels like she has a reason not to open the box.
Yeah, so let's do the pierce the mask first, and then Rana, I would suggest that what you're trying to do is you're trying to get.
Am I provoking?
Yeah, you will provoke him.
Okay, so let's do the pierce the mask to begin with.
That's a 3. -2 is 1. I have influence over you, so that's +1. I don't know. Take +1 ongoing to any action that impresses your love or frustrates your rival. I don't think it impresses Dendrobeam that I'm stirring her down, basically. When you comfort, and that's not comfort and support. So yeah, 1.
1.
I am Pierce.
Do you say you rolled a 1, or you got 1 question? Sorry, I misheard.
Got 1 total. Yes.
You got. Sorry, I think we have a bit of audio issue there. Did you say you've got 1 question to ask Dendrobeam, or you rolled 1?
No, I got 1. Period.
1.
I rolled a 3, and -2 from mundane is a 1.
Understood. So your mask is unpierced, Dendrobeam.
Yeah.
Let's see how the provoke someone goes.
Provoke is a 7. I'm rolling superior, which makes it wrong slide. 8, and yeah, it's just a straight up 8.
So on 7 to 9 with provoke someone with a PC. On a 10 plus, they choose to do 1 obviously PC. If they do it, they add a team to the pool. If they don't do it, they mark a condition.
Yeah, on a 7 to 9, we choose 1. So I'm going to say, if you do it, you add a team to the pool.
And if I don't, I mark a condition. That's right.
No, nope.
Oh,
I didn't get
only
a 10,
on a 10
so
plus
it's not.
it's both.
Yeah. So it's just 1, and I'm choosing the. If you do, we get to add a team to the pool. Because
we use those teams really well. So
Sorry, I've been a little under the weather.
Yeah.
1 second. Sorry about that. Just have a bit of a cough. Oh man, voice is gonna be really mad. I already wasn't supposed to look, but I like the team, so I'm gonna say fine.
Do you say that out loud? Ugh, the voice would be angry.
No, but I'm gonna.
It's a thought bubble.
I'll say it's that important to you to look. Then we'll look, but I think it's dangerous, and I think if you look at Danger Beam, she's going to look very scared and unhappy. But she will acquiesce and add a team to the pool.
Done that. So
Yeah. I guess Rana will start to relax a little bit.
do you open the box or do you not open the box?
I let Rana take the lid on that one.
Rana will look at Danger Beam.
I'm not going to stop you. It doesn't mean I'm going to like just bring it right. Like you're the one who wants to open it.
Mexican standoff of questioning gazes.
And Harmony is like, what the hell is going on?
And very slowly
So
and cautiously, in case it's booby trapped, Rana reaches out and starts to open the box.
I have this horrible feeling that the next 4 sessions would just be you two looking at each other going, you open the box. No, you open the box. You open the box. But no. Instead, put your hand onto the box and open it. And there is a sickly blue light inside. It is a glassish looking amphora pointed at the end, probably about yay tall. It is semi-transparent, and inside there is a flickering blue flame. To you, Dumatron, this type of fire is a mythic folklore of your people that apparently breathe life into the stones. Whilst to you, Harmony, you know that a flame like this is something that your father took possession of just before they started getting a little bit imperialistic and all taking over the university. Whilst Rana is pretty.
The burning
Does anyone
heart.
else notice that it looks like me?
This is the burning heart.
It's blue.
It is that same sort of flow. Yeah, they won't know it's got that same attachment to you as feeling like it's something close to you. It's just, but it has got the same sort of hue and light and luminosity that Danger Beam does.
Rana's going to reach out and tap the glass. Just dunk.
Don't touch it. I move your hand away.
I want to touch it.
No, this is sacred.
What is it? Is it?
Close the box now.
Is it a drink? Is it?
I close it.
Does it look like a drink? It's made of light. Do you know anyone made of light?
I don't know. There's like movies where there's glowing drinks. It's in a
we know
glass bottle.
Estelle.
It's in a glass bottle. You put drinks.
I'm made of light.
It's not a drink. It's a sacred object of my people from far beyond. Yes, at least I think so. That they taught us when I was young. They taught us about this. It's called what do they call it? The burning heart. This thing is said to have given life to my people.
So, Danger Beam literally just storms off the bridge. because like the idea that people would be looking at this light thing that at least vaguely resembles her, and she's trying to like call attention to it, and no one's like, is it a drink? Like, so she gave in, like against the voice's wishes, and like sat there with everyone and opened it, and is like disgusted with the team's lack of regard.
I think I'm probably gonna follow Danger Beam out because I don't really get this whole like drama of what's in the box.
Now we must get to my home planet even faster to bring this to my people. It
What does it
belongs
do?
to them. I don't
It
know.
doesn't belong to them. Sorry.
I mean, if it gives life to your people, don't they belong to it?
I'm not sure. All I know is that this thing made us be.
Oh,
But
so
if
you belong
Unity
to it
had
then?
it, that's hardly true. You don't belong to whoever made you.
I mean, you do
They
until you're
just.
old enough to be your own person.
How old is that?
A little older.
How old?
I'll let you know when you get there, buddy. It's cool.
In any case, my people would know where to hide this or from Unity for sure. And how to. And what happened to Danger Beam? Why did she just run out?
And Rana will look thoughtful, and shall we end this little bit here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's cut to Danger Beam and Harmony. Where do you storm off to, Danger Beam?
Do I have a room? I know that we were just in Rana's room earlier.
Yeah, everyone's got
think that you
quarters.
do.
Yeah, everyone's got their own little
so
cabin.
to my quarters, and I like sort of disperse. Like I stop having one shape, and I just sort of like let myself go into light form.
Is this the equivalent of like taking your underwear off when you get home?
I think it's more that I don't want people to see me being hurt, and if I'm not like if I don't have a face, you can't see it cry.
Oh,
I knock at your door.
A sort of weird disembodied voice from a half-formed mouth that you can't see is like, "Mm."
Yeah, I come in. Have I seen this before? Is this something like I would recognize as you?
I mean, it mostly just looks like light in my mind. Like, I guess particularly nice light, so you would recognize it as I'm here in light form, but I'm not taking shape really as anything. Just the room is quite bright. Maybe a little sparkly.
Yeah, I kind of like look upwards at the light a little bit because I feel like I should, even though there's technically no like face anywhere. And I don't really quite get everything that was going on there with the box and all that. It seemed like you were upset.
Danger Beam sort of coalesces into a vaguely humanoid shape, but like not solid enough that like you can make out distinct features. Just kind of a shifty light thing enough that you know where to look to communicate, just because it seems polite. Yeah. There's been a lot really since we missed you the last few days, but I just think anything or anything they could lab rat.
You're breaking up for me. Is that happening to anyone else?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Just go for the top again. I think it's clear now.
So yeah, I don't know if any of the rest of you have been in the situation of not knowing where you came from or not knowing if anything else like you existed in the universe, and then encountering something that actually seemed familiar and having people ask if it was a drink and poke at it and sort of ignore you after I don't even open the box. So I finally open the box, and there's maybe it's the only clue to where I came from, and my team's gonna drink it, and Dumatron thinks he owns it. Like, that could be like a relative. I thought the team might take 20 seconds to consider what it would look like to me. And instead of just treating it like a possession or an oddity, maybe have a little respect.
You are muted.
I hear you. All I really know about is having to cover up my origin from other people. I guess I don't really have that experience with not knowing where I came from. I want to help you figure that out, Danger Beam. I don't agree with Dumatron that we should that it's just, I don't know, automatically his because he recognizes it from
like some folktale or something.
Yeah. But if something like this is important to his people, do you think maybe that they might know more? Well, someone smarter than Dumatron might know where it's from, maybe where you're from.
I mean, it's possible, and I would be open to finding out, but if the rest of his people think the way he does and just assume that they own it, might they not just take it and then force it to do whatever they think it does, or to try to make it do it, and then if it doesn't do it, kill it? Or, I mean, we just don't know what his reaction was. Not encouraging to me. Like, I don't know why he didn't recognize my light form as being whatever he thinks the other thing is. But what if he had decided that I was that thing and thought that his people owned me? Would he have just taken me to his world as an object?
Well, I can't speak to what Dumatron's people are going to think or do. But I'm going to promise you, Danger Beam, that that's not something I'm going to let Dumatron do. He's not going to just take you or this clue to who you are as the property of his people before we find out more about what's going on.
You really mean it?
Yeah, I think am I trying to comfort or support? Like, I feel like I should probably
so.
do that before.
Yeah, I think that's a comfort and support from me. Or check if there's a team move that you may have used. But certainly that scene was lovely, and you'd have that option.
Yeah, I feel like it might also be exposing a vulnerability.
I was going to say, on my part, it feels very vulnerable. Because I don't think I've talked about the fact that I don't know anything about my own origins. Right, like I don't talk about the voice because that's my lesson, right? But even with that, like the voice isn't necessarily the same kind of thing that I am. And so
Yeah.
it felt like sharing a vulnerability to be
Yeah,
really
so I'm looking at your move, and you maybe, because you have a choice there, and you may want me to make my comfort roll to see how that might influence your choice, how it goes.
Sure. That makes sense to me.
Awesome.
Pablo, shush, bud.
And
Sorry, the cat.
Be louder, be louder.
Let's see, so that's an 8 plus 0, and 4 conditions. Guilty, and nope, I have no minuses from my conditions. So yeah, it's an 8.
So
Awesome.
an 8 on a comfort and support is a hit. On a hit, they hear you. You mark potential. They may mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels.
Well, that's if they open up.
Yeah.
I think I have been. So
Yeah, I think it's like
I marked potential for the vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that like I am like touched that you even bothered to come to my quarters, let alone that you have sort of made this commitment to not letting me or possibly my kinsman, who knows, just be carted off. And it actually is sort of reinforcing one of my lessons, right? Which is that other people won't the other people were reinforcing the lesson that other people wouldn't understand my kind.
So,
But
do you
you were
remember?
like making me feel more accepted.
Yeah. So you can, if you feel you've learned a lesson and there are gaps in your lessons, you can fill them in as part of your ongoing development as you discover yourself. Yeah. So you can fill those other ones in, and that's why you had gaps.
Okay. I will fill them in. I think I'm going to go with
Give me a moment to think about it. Don't worry, so we just turn the page, and we're in an vivarium. There are birds of different kinds flying around, and in the middle of it, there's a woman in sitting in a meditative state, looking through a series of bounty discs, and she holds one up. And the name says good, wanted, bounty, theft, theft from the Astran Empire treasury. And we see what does appear to be good. But when the ID tracker comes online and is checked, we zip back and we see it is the ID chip that is held by currently Rana. There's a note from the editor that says, "Remember, kids, Gert swapped IDs with China back with Rana in issue 3." It says, 20,000 credits, worth it. And puts on the helmet, and we see her walking out of the panel towards her ship. And there's a bounty hunter on your trail.
Woo!
Dejabim, did you choose your move there?
the lesson.
Yeah, lesson. Sorry.
Yeah, what I wrote is that a true friend stands by you for who you are and respects what you are.
Awesome. So let's put us back on the bridge of the ship, Rana. You're sitting on the bridge of the Space Hawk, and you're planning in where you're going to go next. Where are you heading to?
Domatron, where are we headed to?
As I said, I do not know where my home planet is because of Unity's mind games, but I can tell you how it is and what it's made of.
That's not really helpful.
Maybe on constellation. I look in the sky and then I look at you and I'm like, or maybe not a constellation.
Do you know how to read a star chart?
No. What is a star chart?
It's a map of space. Well, okay.
Maybe if I look at one.
We're probably going to have to find someone who knows your home world. Hell, Harmony might know where it is.
Harmony might. She does have a father who used to be there. For less than good reasons.
Let's get the band together. We need to figure out our next steps.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan will get on the comms. Hey guys, could you join us in the bridge, please?
Why?
We're trying to figure out what we do next. And
Good
you
luck.
guys would be very helpful.
Would we? You sure you don't want to poke at the box some more? Maybe take a sip.
What's with you in the box?
Not a very observant little frog, are you?
You're not a very communicative beam of light, are you?
It depends on who I'm talking to.
There's a life to save, and we are dealing with things that I don't even know what they are.
That's true. We are dealing with things that you don't know about. So maybe you should slow it down.
So I don't know what you're referring to exactly, as you said, because I don't know. But there is still a life to save.
Just one?
One that I know of. Well, there is another one, but that's somewhere else. That's Rana's friend, but I don't know how we do that.
Yeah. No chance for any other life forms around here that might not be what you're used to seeing, obviously.
If you wish to tell us what you're referring to, it would be enlightening.
It would, but unfortunately for you, I don't. Harmony, should we make our way to the bridge, do you think?
I mean, they're going to make a decision without us if we don't.
I suppose you're right. And I make myself into sort of like a glowing haze behind Harmony that just like lights her very well because I know she likes to be performery, and I'm going to follow essentially in spotlight form.
Yeah, so Harmony comes onto the bridge, making this great entrance, apparently.
We need to bring Amon, right? His name was Amon?
Aegon.
Aegon. Aegon back to my home planet, but after what your father did, I do not know what that is. Do you?
I guess is this something I would know, or I'm not sure if there's some role I could make here.
I think it depends totally on you.
You can know, or if you wanna, you could assess the situation. I think you could give. I'm happy that you can narrate. Okay, so I don't think you necessarily need a role for this. You could just narrate the outcome.
You know, actually, it just occurs to me that I do have this move here. Let me see that. Yeah, I think that it's gonna be a bit awkward going to them considering some of the recent with that like, people might be under the impression that we are working with them for some reason, but Alira would know, I think.
Alira?
They're the leader of the Rocket Rangers, I believe.
Yeah.
And I have a move where I can track them down.
Oh, Alira Telshar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Good. Sooner we get Egon healthy, the better.
Yeah, so if this works, like I kind of pull up the comms and see if we can't track Alira's signature down or something like that.
Sure.
I think, and yeah, you have a move, yeah.
So you're...
What?
Oh, I rolled a 2, plus my savior of 2 is a 4.
Again, if we all work together, I don't know how though in this case.
So on a miss, when you find them, the situation is dire.
Yep.
Well, it is. Someone's dying.
Oh, we know what we're doing this session.
Even more dire than that. Looks at his notes for how I could end the session. Let's bring that forward then, right? So she was one of the Rocket Rangers. So this ship is designed to find the team when they're out in the field. The signal connects in. It's at one of the further edges of the galaxy. This is a planet which was at the heart of the last intergalactic war. What is it called, Harmony?
I'm thinking of like...
Everyone's got an idea can help, Harmony? I don't mind.
What place is this, sorry?
This was the final battlefield of the last intergalactic war.
The Dark Bastion. Bastion, I don't know how you say that word. It's where evil was last, like its last stand or something. I don't know.
That's fine. That part of space is weird. The weapons that we use and the fights that have their distorted and torn space and time. It is dangerous. Her signal is weak, and you see it there on Dark Bastion. And then we see her appear. We appear in the holocom, and it's crackly. It's going, wait, who is this? Raptor, is that you?
No. Raptor's lent us his ship. Is this Alira?
I'm in a bad way. There's been an incident. Unity's here. Unity's trying to wake the... And the signal has dropped.
Well, Unity's name has been put up into the air. We have to get there now.
Do we go there or do we go somewhere else?
Well, that is our only source to get the knowledge of how to get to my home planet. Unity is there, hurting people.
It's not the only source, but are we?
Look, we can't. Look, Alira seems in a bad place, Rana. We can't just leave her to,
Yes, we are heroes. Of course. Yes, that too.
Yes, I just remembered. Totally are.
Yeah, but this feels like the kind of stuff that maybe the Raptor should be helping deal with.
The Raptor isn't here. We are.
Oh god.
I kind of take Rana, like put both hands on Rana's shoulders, and I kind of look into their eyes and say, look, Rana, whatever, I get that I don't know what's been happening, but I get that you're scared and uncertain, but whatever else happens, I believe that you're up to this. And I'm comforting and supporting again, I think, but I'm using my white lies because I don't think that.
How awful.
Sadly, Rana's not going to open up.
Wait,
Then
roll.
Rana... Oh, you
Well,
can
I
roll,
still have
but-
to roll.
Yeah. Still have to roll, because she might fail, and then things will just get worse anyway.
In the
That's
meantime-
a 11. Or actually 12.
There's an oddly disapproving glimmer. Like, no one, maybe you hadn't known that light could look disapproving before, and yet there it is.
Yeah. Rana will look you eyes and say, pep talks don't bring back the dead or them lost.
But information might.
So are you not opening up to
No.
them? Or have you? No, you're not opening up to them. Oh, someone's got to give Rana a real good hug. Dysfunctional
Right.
team fighting.
Anna, you are only a pilot, and we have to go help this woman. We have to go get the information.
If the team's going, I'm going. Just
If you don't want to deal with Unity, we don't have to deal with Unity, but we do have to help that woman.
sure. Let's do our best.
So to check on the 10 plus, does that always happen whether or not they open up to me, or is that only if they open up to me?
I think it's always, because it doesn't
Always,
say.
yeah, it's not conditional, I don't believe.
Okay, just checking.
Will be my read of that. So
Clear and condition?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to see what my 2 are. I'm guilty and hopeless. Or not guilty.
cool. Anyone want to do anything else before you jump?
Wait, not everyone agreed yet. Just me and Harmony. That's 2 versus 2? I don't know. What does Danger Beam say?
Well, I think Danger Beam hasn't regained corporeal form yet. But there's now more of a glow around the box. And
Mm-hmm.
I think Danger Beam is staying out of it because she's still angry, but is going to try to protect the box because Unity wanted it before. And if we're going to go to where he is, I think Danger Beam's top priority is going to be making sure he does not get the box.
So that's 2 versus 1, plus 1 person going neutral.
Luckily, we're not a democracy. On we go.
Well, no one is going to put you on the buttons until you press them. So, should I?
So someone. There's
I mean,
tension, right?
Oh, go ahead.
No, there's tension. So I need someone to role play through it rather than say, and then you arrive. It feels like I'm putting demiurgic control on the scene.
Yeah.
Please, Rana.
Sure. Before we go, Danger Beam, would you like some help hiding that? And Rana nods at the box. I don't feel good bringing that close to Unity.
That is
If
true.
I can do this, maybe it would be a roll to unleash or something. I want the light and the box to kind of swirl up around each other and like vanish to another part of the ship. Can I unleash my powers to do that?
To hide the unleash your powers allow you to reshape your environment.
Okay. And that's with Freak, is that right?
It is correct.
Excellent. So that's an 11.
Then you do what you want.
Indeed.
And I do it in a showy fashion because I want to show that I don't need help dealing with the box, and I certainly wouldn't accept it from either Rana or Dumatron. So there's like a swirl of, not quite blinding, but sort of blazing, glittery light, like a little mini tornado of light around the box, and then sort of a flash, and both the box and Danger Beam are gone. And I've taken it to my quarters, where I imagine like each of us has like a little safe of some sort, and it and I are both in the safe, locked.
Excellent. So we are then,
Danger Beam just disappear.
Yes, is the answer to that.
Right. Okay, let's plot a course.
Okay. The page flips to see the energy wings extending on Spacehawk as it makes its jump and folds space around it. And that feels like a good place for us to take a 10-minute break as we'll come back into action. All right, so we'll come back to 5 to the hour, please, folks.
Sure.
Cool.
I'm here. Did you all see me in chat?
Yep.
Okay. David, you're muted.
Yeah, that won't help. Right, so we pull back and turn the page to the next page, and we can see the Spacehawk making sharp maneuvers in a hellish starscape. It's powering through parts of an exploded planet, ships, hulks of ships drafting in the skies, and there are sleek, curved fighters which are of Unity's people. On your tail there between you and the planet, and their intention is to explode your ship and blow up your asses. Hey, how are you feeling about that? Let's see some if there's any funky moves that that Rana needs to make to begin with.
Oh Jesus, we're doomed.
You might want to defend yourself, or maybe assess the situation or something along those sort of lines.
Yeah, so where's the basic moves list? Oh, it closed. Silly me.
Maybe you want to take it to the enemy and pull a smart move and directly engage the threat. You tell me, buddy.
I'm gonna assess the situation, I guess, as we pop out of like hyperspace in front of this death wall.
You're already, so to reframe it, you're already come out. We picked up in a dramatic scene, and it's already gone pear-shaped. You're being chased. So assess the situation will be a way to sort of reclaim the initiative in the scene.
Okay, I rolled an 8. My superior makes it a 9.
Someone in the team want to help?
Yeah, like I said, I think I'm probably there co-piloting, and I'm
Thank God.
and yeah, I think I probably like provide some backup on on some of the subsystems and stuff, so that Rana can focus more on the actual kind of pilot dangerous maneuvers.
Cool.
Well, I just want to sort of confirm that you are entering danger of against a battle against a dangerous foe as a team. Let's ask some very important questions, though, because the team will go up with that spoil point back down is currently at 4. Does the leader of the team have influence over everybody else? Is Harmony the leader in this situation?
Maybe.
Or is it Rana because they're flying the ship?
Jeez, no.
I feel like yeah, Harmony was the one that brought us all here.
Cool. So, do you have influence over everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, that brings it up to 5. In this fight, does everyone have the same purpose? What's your purpose, Harmony?
I guess to rescue Alira.
What's your purpose, Rana?
Survive and find the Lyra.
Close enough. What's your purpose, Danger Beam?
Protect the box and Harmony and get out of here as soon as possible.
Oh, then there's no point going any further, because that's a no. Is your team ill-prepared or off-balance?
I feel off balance.
Off balance for sure.
Yeah. If any team member mistrusts the leader of the team.
No.
It's Harmony, so I don't think anyone mistrusts her.
Okay.
At this
so
time.
it's still down 1 because you're ill-prepared or off-balance. Okay. Bang. So you were assessing the situation, and how did you do? Did you say there, Rana?
If I'm being helped, that's a 10. If not, it's a 9.
You were being helped. I think that was fine from the co-pilot team.
Cool. So first of all, what here is the biggest threat? I appreciate there's lots of ships shooting at us, but what is the one thing
the biggest threat is the minefield that you are skirting the edges of.
Okay, were there ships shooting at us as well?
Yeah. There are fighters shooting at you. There's 3 of them on your tail.
Okay. And I guess what here can I use to get through the minefield quick as possible and as safe as possible? Because I'm pretty sure once we're in the minefield, the ships chasing us become less of a problem.
To get through it as quickly as possible. There is a stealth mode that the ship has. You've not engaged it before. You think you know how to do it. You saw Raptor do it once, right? So surely it can't be that hard.
Okay, Rana's just going to shout while trying to pilot, we need to figure out how to become invisible. Harmony, there has to be a button there somewhere.
Yeah. Does Danger Beam just shout out that actually I do it all the time, not that hard?
I was thinking,
She's not even with us.
Well, I know that they hit it. Are they not? I thought that you were still coming to this fight with us.
Yeah, but you went into a safe or something?
Initially, but if we're going into battle as a team, I'm going to come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. You deal with the stealth. I will deal with the enemies. I go attach a wire to myself, like some sort, and I prepare to go out into space.
Okay.
Are we just going to be wielding a space morning star from our ship?
Looks like it. If you want to try and engage the stealth roll, I'd be asking you to unleash the powers of the ship. So you would roll that as normally, but you'd be taking +1 forward, just so we're clear on doing that. You know how to engage it. It's just whether or not you can engage it properly. But it sounds to me It sounds to me, Dumatron, like you're directly trying to engage a threat and punch a spaceship.
So my idea wasn't exactly to punch.
Yeah.
Part of my powers is that my powers are unknown, and I was thinking something like I'm a big piece of rock, so I can like magnetize myself and attract mines at me, and then aim it at them or rocks or whatever, and be like, and become basically a gun.
So that feels to me like you're unleashing your powers.
I'm trying to hurt them as much as possible, but sure.
Yeah, but you're trying to reshape the environment and use your powers to achieve it, right? So you will need to reshape your powers to overcome an obstacle or reshape the environment.
I don't think I could use physics, because I'm not trying to go through an insurmountable barrier. So
I agree.
So it's just freak. Well, my rolls today have not been good. Is that the numbers? Are you sure? Okay, that's an 8 plus 1. No, wait, 5 plus 3 is 8, right? So plus 1, that's a 9.
Is anyone on the team able to justify spending 1 to assist?
I would assist.
I want a good definition.
How?
Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to become like a magnet rock bludgeony thing.
Yeah, I tried to like.
I had been also considering flying out into space in light form because light can travel through space. And like either trying to momentarily blind the other ships or look like a cosmic phenomenon or something like that. And if I can draw their attention, you might have like an extra minute to figure out how to make your
that seems legit. He's just like a rock floating in space. You're flying straight at them, right? So I think that's.
They probably don't even see me. I'm just like tied to a rope to a sheep and jumped into space.
So yeah, you do it on a 10. So as I say, that allows you to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses. So describe how this helps.
So the drawing is as usual the same drawing of me as always, but my colors are kind of off. Something has changed in them. And you see the mines that are still a little ahead of us starting to fly towards us, but they kind of make a circle around us, like in a like magnetism and all that stuff. And a bunch of mines just get thrown at them. Now they can fly into them. They might be able. I don't know, but I assume something happens.
I think that's cool.
Booms.
Okay, there is like a boom as at least 2 of them head into him. One of his damage, you're spiraling off. Danger Beam, what are you doing?
I think I'm still zipping around. I don't know how many ships are there.
There were 3.
But,
two have just gone into the mines. One has managed to pull away.
So I'm gonna just be as bright as I can right in front of their hull or bridge or whatever it would be, so that navigation would be difficult because they have their sensors, I assume. But I'm gonna try to make it difficult for them to see what's around them.
Well, again, it sounds to me like you're unleashing your powers because you're trying to reshape the environment.
Okay. So that's 10.
Okay, well, it works. So describe what.
So after sort of dispersing and zipping about, you see all the light come to one very single bright point, and that point like zooms right to the front of the other ship and like stays in point form for a second, so they'll be like, what the hell, and then sort of explodes outwards in a blast of light that encompasses the entire like front viewing area of their ship. So like they can't, you know, if they're like put it on screen, like they would see nothing but just like a haze of really blinding light.
So the artist for this comic book obviously deals with laziness, and there's a double page spread of just white, and then we turn the page. We turn the page.
Can we have like a very tiny like speech bubble on the bottom with just like a string of punctuation marks meant to stand in profanity?
Yeah,
the artist of this comics is terrible.
I think the thing is that they waste like all their time drawing Harmony's dresses and like the new costume that Rana is in every single issue, and then they just have no time for anything else.
Yeah, you've got Dumatron who doesn't move, and Danger Beam who's just like not coloured in light. So it does feel like we've got a lazy artist, but there is that warmth of brightness, and it would give you an opening if you want to try and fly on through, Rana.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess hit cloak and fly through, and am I having to unleash
You're going to again unleash your powers with a +1 forward though, because of your assessment situation.
I'm sorry, guys. We're all dead.
Hey,
why your frick is 0?
May I remind you that you are always picking up new gear to keep yourself in the game. When you pick up a piece of new gear, you can write it as a new ability below the line is empty. No powers, not nearly enough training.
My mundane is fucked, so it's a useless power right now.
Ah, right, okay, because your fellow teammate, that's right, been putting your main down. I'd roll with that anyway, just to spite
right. I forgot about that. Sorry.
So yeah, my dice came up an 8, so that's a 9 when I carry the one forward.
Again, it could be helped.
Spend the game.
Is co-pilot helping? Or
yeah, I'm still there, so I think I'm still helping with this maneuver.
Blinding the other ship still.
How are you helping me?
I mean, the other ship would probably shoot you if they could see you.
Yeah. No, I was saying to co-pilot. Harmony, how are you helping
I think co-pilot is enough of a description, as the stealth mode enables the wings of the ship come in and narrowly you zoof through the minefield, pulling out away from it. We see explosions behind you as other fighters hit that minefield. And above the planet, the size of a small city. Actually, it's Unity. The size of a large city. We see Unity's flagship. Do you want to describe something about it, Harmony? You would have seen it before.
Describe what?
Unity's flagship.
Oh, okay. I think that it is. Let's see. We've kind of described that like the control of cosmic forces is kind of common among my people. So I think there's a kind of I think that there's a kind of way that like the ship is sort of like not like a singular like vessel. Like it has like its main body, but its like wings are like kind of disconnected and sort of suspended from it, as they're like geometric structures that kind of like are held on by like force of will of like the crew piloting.
Excellent. The planet below is decimated, but not by Unity. This happened in the war here on Dark Bastion. It was a dusty planet before, but a huge chunk of it has sort of exploded out, and it's sort of held in the gravity, arcing away as you're able to whoosh down on your 10 plus, using those meteorites and parts of the planet as cover, zoning in on the signal.
Oh, we have got to be so fast when we get to the signal. We need to get out of here.
If the fight is over, I'll return to the ship.
Yeah.
And you see me looking sternly at Unity's ship.
You're sort of the ship's already making its ascent through atmosphere, so as you're probably quite warm as you come back on board, glowing toasty red. The ship darts down through atmosphere, dust trails behind it, and then we see the crew at the last known signal location of Elira, and you can see that it looks like they came down hard here. There's like a dust rut which goes on for a mile or two, explodes out, and it's glass wherever she hit. But she's not there right now.
Harmony, do you want to try and get her on comms again? We should get a better signal there. But
yeah,
gotta be covert.
That's fair. I think I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I tried to pull up comms again. Not sure if this is a move or just a thing I'm doing.
It's not a move. It's just a thing. You can hear a crackle.
Do I get anything?
Yeah, crackle and com going like, that I've had to relocate. Being hunted. Careful for the guard. And then the comms crackle over to another signal, and we hear Unity say, "Daughter," and the comms go dead.
Answer that. And I'm kind of whispering that over at Rana. I guess Ron is just sitting there in silence, so I just kind of eventually go, hi Dad. Kind of busy right now, really gotta go, and then I like hang up the comms. Okay, I think I handled that.
Sure, that's called handling. Now he know you're here.
I thought there was like some fifth person that was just suddenly laughing at this.
Rana just looks at you in disbelief and incredulation, and then starts plotting probably the jump home, because we're going to need that in a jiffy.
Do you have a lock on that signal? Do we have a lock on that signal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna while Rana's trying to plot that, I guess I'm gonna take over piloting the ship, and I'm gonna try to swoop in and rescue these folks.
Cool. I think the comms pop back on, and it's Lara again saying, said, whatever full rescue you're planning, don't. I'm done for. Stop Unity. Stop him from awakening the Bannermen.
What is the Bannermen? Do you know? Harmony? Anyone knows?
I
assume none of us knows.
Yeah, I don't think I probably do. No.
I think it's before our time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still just a rock on a planet. A living rock, but still.
Yep. So
yeah, I guess I say like I can't do that, and yeah, I'm trying to rescue her anyway.
As you land towards there, I just look at Unity's ship like I just want to jump right there.
That's like the size of a large city floating above the planet. You might be able to jump there. I'll take it as unleash your powers if you want. But I think
Yeah.
I think Harmony's zipped off. What is Rana doing?
Right, Rana has plotted the jump to somewhere safe for when we need to get out of here, because Rana's instinct currently is to run. which I don't think is a bad instinct.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think you need to get on scanners, and I'm going to start creeping, scoping this place out.
That sounds perfectly sensible to me.
So straight up creeping. Roll Monday? No, yeah, that is dead.
We are a great humanoid team.
You need to start doing stuff that shifts your labels.
Yeah. Right. I rolled 5. My Monday's -1, so that's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So on a miss, you find yourself in over your head. The GM will tell me why it's a bad spot. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the signal's coming from, but 2, also try and figure out if there's any indication of where this Bannerman might be.
Well, maybe what we'll do is answer that one in a moment. But let's figure out first what Danger Beam is doing.
Well, I assume I've done enough blinding for the moment, and have zipped back to the ship. But unless I see any indication that I can be helpful beyond guarding the box, I think I would probably just go back to trying to guard the box.
This is a
I'm
broken
reachable
team.
on comms, you know.
Cool. Cool. Dumatron.
I head out right with Rana, which probably explains why his creeping did not work that well.
Oh, I wasn't heading out. I was just on the scanners.
Oh, then I head out of the ship, like open the ship and jump down and start looking around. So,
we're flying, right?
Well, but you said we are
You
closer
tell
now.
me. If you fly in, then yeah, Dumatron leaps out of the ship. It's airborne, right? That's.
I leap towards the point they said we are supposed to get to.
Mm-hmm. There's another panel
Very good
which is
creeping there.
just is like loads of dust, and then less dust, less dust, less dust again. Dusty Dumatron. But you're standing there. Harmony. These are the gold helmeted Imperial guards of your fathers that the rest of the team faced last time. One of them turned out to be one of Dumatron's people, and they're in a tussle, and they seem to be getting the upper hand over what's her name again? Over
With the Rocket Rangers?
Lyra. Yeah, just it's Lyra on his own. She's like the last of the Rocket Ranger. Well, that and the broken
Okay.
old retired
Right.
Raptor. But yeah, she's been fought, but there's about 6 of them on her, and one of them you sort of see as she comes around. She hits and floors one of them, the mat cracking, and it is the same. Stony flesh that is like the one that's on board the deck of the ship. I'll put an image into.
Yeah, I guess I fire off the ship's blasters. I'm trying to like cut a perimeter around her to like get them off of her.
Sounds like you're trying to defend her.
Yeah. That's let's see, a 4 + 3, and does my one condition affect defend?
You're afraid.
I'm
isn't that right?
hopeless.
Hopeless?
No, she's hopeless.
No,
it's
it's a
unleashed
leash.
your power, so no.
Nope. Cool. So I got a 7.
Well, on 7 to 9 on defend, it costs you and exposes your danger, self to danger, or the situation escalates.
I guess we're probably Dumatron's jumped off the ship. This is the situation's escalating anyway. I'm gonna escalate the situation.
Cool. So,
but sorry.
Oh, sorry, go for it.
I was just gonna check, but I'm pretty certain, since I'm doing the exact opposite of what she said asked me to do, that she does not believe in me at this moment.
No, she doesn't. She thinks
cool.
you're
So I take influence over her.
Cool. As she sees you hit the ground, she swears in some alien.
Hey, PG-13, we said.
Sorry?
Did you say she swears?
Yeah.
Yeah, PG-13.
It's like aliens. It's like when in Farscape they all say Frel.
Yeah. So she says she says some we'll have to figure out some alien swear words, right? But she says an alien swear word which sounds a lot like a word we won't put on the YouTube feed, but is definitely a swear word. She sees you and then unleashes from her stellar form a blast of antimatter which hits the one nearest to them as a rock. And you can see as Dumatron hits the ground, you can see her fist has just gone through, and you can see a hole through one of these stone figures that sort of falls backwards, immobile, and she's turning around to hit another one. What do you do, Dumatron?
God damn it!
I think that counts as escalating the situation, right?
Yes, there are more rock people. I tell her, I scream at her, like, stop killing them. And I jump to stand between them, basically. I guess I'm trying to defend them, but still, yeah.
Are you trying to defend them, or are you trying to provoke her?
I don't want her to kill them. I guess I do both, but
well, let's do maybe let's do the defend first, right? And then you can then maybe escalate that into a provoke.
Yeah, I'm not that good at defend. If it was my love or rival, it would have been lovely. But it's not. So I defend and I get 5.
So that is a fail. So
fail.
Please mark a condition.
Oh, right.
Please take potential.
Mark what condition?
Oh, well, what do you think is most appropriate at this point that you've just been, you land in front of her, the blow glances across your cheek, sending you sprawling, but her fist carries on through, and you can see an arm is shattered off another one of these stone figures she hits with this.
I'm going to press afraid. It's not that I'm afraid. I'm afraid for what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. So your actions asking her to stop. It said she said like stop killing them. It said, yeah, sure. As soon as they try to stop killing me.
I don't know. Is there? Oh, now that they see me and they know who I am, maybe they stop attacking her and come at me. Oh, yeah, I try to encourage them to come against me instead of her, basically. By just being obvious.
So if you want them to try and turn, you're going to have to provoke them to see if they can go through their evil Unity brainwashing.
It's not that I want them like to side with me. It's just that they know who I am and what I am for Unity. So like I'm enemy number one or something like that. So instead of attacking her, they'll start attacking me.
You want them to attack you? Okay.
Yeah,
Your
she
wish is
said,
my
tell
command.
them.
Take a
Yeah,
powerful blow.
she said, make them stop trying to kill me. She
Okay.
didn't say stop making it not kill people.
So I think you definitely can. You position yourself in front of them, and for your reward, take a powerful blow.
Yeah, thank you. I do like taking powerful blows. I think I have a +1 because it's plus conditions.
Yeah.
Yep. Did it even change? I guess so. 5 again. Or 6.
On a miss, you stand strong. Mark potential as normal. So one of them hit you. Whatever they did, whatever Unity's experiments did to you, though this has hardened and changed them, they're not on your scale. One of them sort of sweeps their halberd against you, and it cracks. The blade cracks as it hits your stony form. And then the others sort of turn their attention towards you. Back at the ship, as you're flying past and over the scene, Rana, you see another set of those fighters drop down hot from the atmosphere and are swarming on to try and shoot you down. What are you looking to do?
Oh, we're not still cloaked then.
No. They just embarked the ship. I'm
gonna run over to one of the other consoles. I'm gonna see if I can shoot them down.
It sounds like you're trying to directly engage a shot.
I guess I am, from the safety of a spaceship. Oh, yeah, that's a total of 3. I'll just mark some more potential, shall I?
Mark potential, and it goes. You sort of leap onto the weapon systems. Try to you have it right in your target, and then you hit the buttons, and then you realize you haven't engaged the weapon system, so they're currently off. So this moment where you got press the button, nothing. And they strafe over you. Fire rattles against the ship, tearing some nice big holes in it. Please mark a condition that represents how you're feeling.
I think I'm a little bit hopeless.
Danger beam, you felt that the ship has just gone under attack. Something has just shot at it. What are you doing?
I was trying to type a giant sad face into the chat, but that did not work the way I anticipated because that O just makes everything very ambiguous. But what am I doing? I was sort of huddled in the safe, wasn't I?
You're on the safe on the ship. The ship's just been hit and attacked.
Yeah. I'm gonna zoom at light speed, as it were, back to the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take at least vaguely corporeal form and ask for what's going on because it's still the team. I may be hurt, but if we are in battle, I will show up. I was under the impression previously that they had it. Oops, that was the wrong button again. They seem to be handling it at that point, but when I feel the ship get hit by the blast, I'm going to come out and see if assistance is requested, and if so, in what form.
Rana?
Rana's just going to point at a couple of screens. Killer spaceships. Killer rockmen.
I think at the killer rockman part, I'm going to give a half-formed quizzical face look at Dumatron.
No, not him. The other ones.
Right, but I don't know if I'm saying this aloud or not, actually. But
I'm already there.
You're already there. Oh, I missed that somehow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which is a great reason not to join, like, because you might think I can do
Dumatron and
it.
Harmony are fighting the gold-faced rockmen, and you're on board the ship. The ship is under fire from starfighters from Unity's ship.
Right. Man, what do I do? I guess what I'm going to do is actually ask Rana, what do you want me to do?
We need to get Dumatron and... Sorry, I'm just trying to remember the person's name. Elira on the ship. Then we can get out of here.
Okay. How do you want me to assist with this?
I think we're going to have to get creative. Danger Beam, this is way worse than anything we've had to deal with so far.
All right. I think Danger Beam doesn't know what to do. Should she consult the voice in her head? Like,
Maybe
don't
look
know
at your
what-
lessons. A superhero should put others before themselves. True fan stands for who you are. Yeah. So you've got lessons. So they should be sort of, I think, embodying what you do. I understand that.
I just don't know
Go on.
logistically what I can do. I think is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what is?
You need to get them out of there, right? So if you wanted to get them out of there,
Whatever
you
you
can
want.
teleport them on board the ship. You can teleport them on board the ship by mutating and changing your powers.
Oh yeah,
That's what
There
she's
you
asked
go.
you to
I
do. You
forgot
can
about
literally
that.
just
Ooh.
boom. You can
Yeah.
literally just say a mind of their own and do exactly what Rana has asked you to.
Why have I forgotten that I had that excellent move that I've been like not using almost ever, despite being awesome? Okay, so I'm going to we need to get them on the ship. I will become a teleporting light beam and get them on the ship. Right? And I don't have to roll, I just have to mark a condition, is that right?
You powers when you are face up with your powers would not be able to deal with your command condition to gain brand new abilities adapted to the situation, but you still need to unleash your powers.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Suddenly a light in the ship and a light down. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, you mark a condition to get the new power, and then you unleash your powers to teleport everyone off the planet and back onto the ship.
Okay. So I've marked angry because we're in this whole mess in my mind because people were just pursuing their own agendas and not working as a team, and Harmony's in danger and whatever else, and now I have to like mutate and try to save the day. So I've marked that, and then I will roll to unleash. That's a 10 again. Thank God for my freak.
Cool.
I love your label. It's just you're just freak. That's it.
Yeah, just completely freak.
So it works, and there is a moment where the Ilaria, Harmony, and Dumatron are outside the ship, and then they're suddenly on the bridge. How do
Harmony
you
ever
react?
left the ship?
Sorry?
Did Harmony ever left the ship?
Yeah, I think so. Harmony was flying over and engaging. I thought maybe I misunderstood your description.
Oh, I was engaging with the ship's blasters.
Oh, I misunderstood you. So Harmony's already here. So sorry, I misunderstood.
Oh, she was shooting it down. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. So yeah, in that case, it's Elira and Dumatron back on the bridge. Dumatron, how do you react?
I'm a little shocked for a second, but I look around and I see that we are on the ship. Are there any other people that need saving downstairs?
No.
I ask loudly.
only the fact that some of your people are enslaved by Unity, but
well, what can I do against that? Wait, they are here for something though. I look at the lyra, and what are they here for?
so they're here. He was here to wake up the Bannermen. And
What is that?
So the Bannermen were the Bannerman was the creation, the warlord that started the last war. They came throughout the galaxy. It was unstoppable. We beat it here. We beat it to a standstill. We imprisoned it. I said, and by coming here to save me, I fear it's too late. Page turns and we see Unity standing over what effectively is a rather austere looking metal tomb. Describe what it's like when their powers are invoked for me, please, Harmony. What does it look like when Unity goes wild?
I think that Unity kind of has two like gauntlets he uses to focus his control of cosmic energies, and they kind of form these lightning whips that come out of his hands. And when it goes wild, like he practically becomes like a walking thunderstorm.
Awesome. So that power hits. And
I would like to add to that you hear this evil tones musical thing.
Yeah.
Because master of music, he probably has some of it too, and you hear this, like, while your music is usually bubbly and fun and stuff, he's like, suddenly you hear this doom, doom, doom.
This is possibly Wagnerian as there's this crack of lightning and this metal door tears open, and from within the darkness we see yellow fire brighten up. And hundreds upon hundreds of horns blowing in the darkness. And you can hear that on the ship. We're out of our depth here right now, kids. We've got to get out of here and we've got to get reinforcements. We can't stop them on our own.
I'm slapping that button.
Rada didn't even wait.
Yeah, it's like, Rada, he looks at you and says, get us out of here, jet boy.
Press already. He already pressed.
Yeah.
Did you see?
By the way, is this count as running from something like serious?
Yeah.
Great, I'm taking afraid off.
Yeah, I think that's legit. Not even asking for the team, just turn and tail and run. Boom. Surely we can do it. No, boom. And
we saved the hero. Well done.
Where are you? Where did you jump to? As the ship space folds.
Rana was spent a little bit of time looking for somewhere safe, and actually has managed to find the Raptor has little sort of like dead space pockets where he gets up to all sorts of little stuff, like maybe some like have little satellites of his or small holdout space bases. So
excellent.
Yeah, gone to a Raptor cache.
Cool. Let's paint the scene as you're outside, like, and coming landing through a hollowed out meteor, which is one of their bases as the ship comes in to dock. She pats you on the shoulder and says, "Good going. What's your name?"
That's complicated.
Harmony. Kind of looking at the rest of the group who apparently can't.
I just look at she's a woman, right? I look at her like with a somewhat angry face to Metron, and it was my kind of people you were killing down there.
I'm really sorry about that. They attacked
Doesn't
me
help
first.
me much. Doesn't save them.
They attacked me first, and I'm sorry, but I had to defend myself. There was greater things at stake.
Yeah.
I heard that before.
Looks around and goes, he said, Harmony, when she said that, she looks and goes, hey, you're Unity's kid.
Yeah.
So?
I know who you kids are. You're the ones who got the Rocket Rangers killed. What's going on? How have you got the Raptors ship? He said, what do you mean your name's complicated? Who the hell are you?
We've come here to save you. We got your transmission. Apparently, no one else was here to. Apparently, no one else was coming to save you.
Among other things.
Sorry.
We need information.
Said, I'm sorry, I overreacted. Thank you. Thank you all. You did good. Now we need to do better. And she takes that part where she starts to take control and say, I'm going to go to the debrief room on in the asteroid. I'm going to look to see who we can summon. Then we'll prepare a strike force and see what we can do to hold back the Bannermen before they leave the planet.
What's her name? Illyria, right?
Yeah.
Then I sternly say, Illyria, we have a life to save first. And we need your help doing it because I don't know where my home planet is.
Sounds like you're trying to provoke her.
Yes, easily. That's going to end up very bad, though. Yeah,
that's what
superior.
This game is for.
Yes. Oh, actually, superior is +1. Let's see how terrible this will be. That's not terrible. 8, 9, I think.
It's a 9 or an 8?
It's +1, so 9 doesn't affect, I think.
That's yeah. That's a 9. Oh, you've got one left in the team. Okay. Okay, but on a 7 to 9, as an NPC, they can instead choose one.
If no one helps. Maybe I should act selfishly.
I take well, you can do if you want to.
Okay, I have an idea for how to insult a teammate, but not purposefully. Like he doesn't know it's gonna insult them.
Yeah, go for it then.
Fair.
Do it.
So I will. Yeah, I don't want to. I will use team selfishly. When you act selfishly, say how your actions ignore and insult your teammates. So I tell her like, we have a member of my species to save, and an object of my species to return home.
Ooh.
Is that insulting enough?
Yeah, let's see if Danger Beam blasts you to the eyes after that. But on 10 plus, they rise to the bait and do what you want. She looks and says,
I'll raise my lower my savior.
We have an object to investigate.
So look, it's going to take me a while to marshal support. Do what you need to do. She looks over at Rana and says, "Yo, Rocket Lad, Jet Boy, you got some elite flying skills. These are the coordinates."
Thanks.
Said the rock is a weird place. You go in there. And she stops and I said, looks at you and goes, "Someone who just saved our ass, kid. You ain't looking so happy. What's wrong?"
Heroing's a tough life.
Well, I have a mind-controlled species of mine, my brothers and sisters. One of them is here in the ship after we almost killed him, and now we need to revive him. I'm not sad. Just worried.
I buried friends on that planet that we were just at, and I buried friends last time we met. This is a hard life, but we do it for a reason, and we do it for the best things.
What do you do when they take the best things?
Looks at you and says, "Did you lose someone, kid?" You burn brighter, you dance in the stars, and you make sure that the loss that you feel, you try your best that never anyone else has to feel it again. I don't know if that's enough, but it's a good enough reason. Be strong. She puts you on the shoulder and taps you again. The raptor's an ornery old coot. He wouldn't have chosen you if he didn't think you were up to it. And she turns and walks away.
Who's nearby?
Both of them. I think you're all on the bridge, really.
Yeah, I'll look at the
Yeah.
team and be like, I shouldn't tell her he never chose me. Should I?
You were chosen enough.
Does that hit any of your moves?
No, I'm just check. I'm just checking my team move about whether
Yeah,
that
so
was
just
a
checking.
Share
vulnerability, weakness with someone.
Actually, they kind of confirmed that I should be here.
Yeah.
So I'll mark potential. I'll give them influence over me, which they're an adult, right? So they should already have influence in me.
Already do.
So if you want to play with my stats,
she knows that you. She knows that you're, or thinks that you're trained by the raptor. So she's going to put your danger up.
And my mundane down.
Saving you down. No, actually, that's wrong. She's going to put your freak down.
Yeah.
And she's going to put your superior up.
Does Jet Lad or Rocket Boy stand out to Rana as new names?
No.
Okay.
I'm also going to change my love and rival because I can do that at any time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my love Rana. And my rival, my past love, Denderbeam. Just because it sounds like it. Wrong. Just because it sounds like it fits right now.
I've never played such an emo mask game in my life. And the last game we were also happy-go-lucky and falling in love with singing alien bartenders. Oh.
It says give the new subjects of your affection or disdain influence over you. So Rana and Denderbeam. Well, Denderbeam was my love, but now she's my rival, so I still think it gives her influence.
I already have influence over you, so I'm going to mess with your stats.
Yes! Do it without looking at them. Because there is a thing that happens if you move a stat beyond what it's allowed. But if you can look at them, that will never happen.
Well,
so I think you should never look at stats.
I'm going to put your danger up.
There you go.
You're two that's going to fight. That doesn't work, so I get to give you a condition instead.
I don't think you give it to me.
So yeah, take a condition.
It does say that it's GM's choice, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
So say that again, sorry?
Mark a condition, GM's choice, yes.
My choice.
Although I don't know if that's because usually a player character would never let me give you a condition via this.
No, but it could happen.
No, I think you're telling people who they are, so...
yeah.
Yeah, which is why I was saying I think it might be because it's player character is generally never going to want to raise or lower a stat to a point where they give a condition.
Yeah, but that's because they seem to always know what would cause it, and I don't know if they're supposed to. I don't know.
They are supposed to.
Yes, like everyone knows each other's labels.
Yeah, I don't think that's like secret knowledge.
So you are allowed to like metagame this in a way to
Yeah.
not cause damage. Oh, okay, then I guess
Yeah,
it's
some
fine.
do, but I think if you've done it, that's fine. So
You are incredibly dangerous, so it's
Yes,
justified.
that fits. But I don't know what conditions you're in.
what condition were you thinking of marking there? Sorry, Rana.
I was thinking insecure because Domatron's going through a lot of rapid changes.
Oh God, yes.
This is true. I was thinking insecure or hopeless, but let's go for insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe beneath Dumatron's hard exterior, but he beats a heart that is soft as something soft.
Lead.
I somehow doubt that, but
Soft as limestone.
yes, as soft as limestone.
Boom. Right.
And Danger Beam gets influence, which I think she already has.
So Danger Beam also gets to do the same to you.
I'm going to adjust Milo. Hush, bud. I think I'll put superior down and freak up 1.
Okay, changed.
Yeah. Based on the whole episode's feelings so far, I think that's where she's at.
We are slowly moving towards the same freak.
There are some pretty wacky stats. I think only Danger Beam's purity with Freak 3 and everything else at 0. Yeah. So, are you going to the Rock?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Whilst you've been here and disembarking, the repair systems on board the meteorite have already dealt with the damage to the ship's hull as you zoosh out looking pristine. That's what the panel underneath says has happened. We all know the artist was too lazy to draw the damage on again. But there is that extension of the light beams from behind the ship, and space falls once again, and we are above the Rock. What does the Rock look like, Dumatron?
It looks like basically like a moon or a dead planet, but no craters at all. Just a layer of this gray atmosphere, which kind of more looks like there is a lot of dust.
Okay. And I think you lumping over the Rock is bringing us towards 10 o'clock, right? So we will turn the last page of the comic book where we can see there is a dial-in competition. What should be Rana's new name? Let's see what the popular choices next time, or if just like Jason Todd, they vote to have him killed.
Boaty McBoatface.
Awesome. I don't know if TV is Andrea, if he is frozen there.
It looks frozen to me.
I went into the chat to send something, and I'm kind of stuck in the chat. 1 sec.
Oh no,
close it now.
Frozen smiley. Woo. Awesome. So we'll close that issue there. We'll do our finishing move, and then I'll stop recording, and we'll do stars and wishes, everybody. So can we do the end of session move? I'm going to do it tonight in reverse character keeper order. I really want to know how Dumatron's feeling.
I kind of did everything by myself today. Everything that I did by myself. And I got the feeling like that the team is very sort of a team, but I don't feel detached. I just feel like it never was. So I'm gonna just grow into my own image of myself.
You also seem to be getting some pretty like heated argument with Danger Beam though.
I never argued with her. I just asked what she's talking about. I did argue with Rana, but that's we always do.
I guess you just didn't get that you were arguing with Danger Beam. Danger Beam was being too nice about it.
I think so. You're growing into your own image of yourself. That sounds awesome. What labels are you shifting, Doomatron?
I'm gonna shift mundane up because I think I need to get out of this end of mundane, and I'll take my danger down.
Excellent.
But I hope to be less than.
I said I'm really looking forward to hearing Danger Beam's feeling on this.
Complicated. It would be away from the team, but Harmony made her feel very accepted. So it's like this very conflicted thing, right? Definitely not together with the whole team, but not away either, because like now there's a fierce loyalty to Harmony in place.
Well,
so I would say maybe into myself.
Yeah.
So I did quite a few special light tricks in this last session.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, I felt there was a man the barricades side of Danger Beam that we haven't seen before. So I'm down with that.
Yeah. Especially with discovering the other being.
Poor sad Rana.
Sorry, is it my turn?
Yeah.
I think Rana's learned some hard lessons and is probably growing into their own image of themselves this session at the end of it. I think it's understanding that heroing is not all fun and games. It sucks a lot. And you kind of have to be able to put up with that and deal with it and find happiness elsewhere. And like, I think if it wasn't for that, Rana might have ended up constantly reacting a lot more aggressively towards Danger Beam. But I think like the pep talk at the end from Allura is enough to maybe sort of help Rana see how to fix small things and big things.
Oh man, Danger Beam would have totally demolished you if you had tried to do that.
Well, that's yeah.
Oh yeah,
she,
absolutely.
took on multiple spaceships by herself a minute ago.
That would have definitely have crossed through the drive, punched someone you probably shouldn't have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you would have punched straight through my non-corporeal face, and I would have laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed.
Awesome. Harmony?
Yeah, I think Harmony came in, kind of went okay. Apparently, when I leave the rest of you alone by yourselves without like me to take care of you, you all turn on each other. So I guess I have to stay here and keep an eye on you all.
Actually, we turned on each other after you came back.
Yes.
We were fine until you came back.
They were getting on really well until I was incredibly mean to them at the close of the previous session. But that's my job.
And so I think I've grown closer to the team, in particular Danger Beam. So you already have influence over me, so you can shift my labels however you want.
Let's see.
Also, what did you choose, Pearl?
For what?
For your end of session move?
What am I supposed to choose?
You grew into your own image of yourself.
So you shift your labels. Okay.
Oh, but my labels reflect my image of myself. If I change them, that would be the opposite.
Then you kind of need to choose something else, I think, then.
You're free to give yourself a condition.
Yeah,
I think
you
have
can do
to
that.
change. All right, you could give yourself a condition.
Self-inflicted conditions. Neat.
Let me think about it. I'm going to shift.
I would say your savior going up.
Yeah, because you're trying to save the other you.
Would make sense.
Yeah, I guess
mundane or superior.
I also have a reason to say superior up because you think everyone should know what you mean.
Or your danger up because you're a danger
you
beam.
protected the alien bottle,
I am danger
and
beam.
you saved everyone else. Just like, well, we've got to save them. And you clicked your fingers, and they were saved.
Yes.
Yeah, it
That
feels
is
like
true.
save them were good. Maybe danger
Okay.
down. Yeah, because what you've been doing isn't dangerous. It's been superheroing from a certain
I think
point of
I'm
view.
actually going to take mundane down because it's quite clear that I'm not like the people around me. So I put
I think
Savior.
our entire team doesn't know how to talk to each other. Well, I don't know about harmony, but yeah.
And then harmonies labels.
I know how to lie to the rest of you all. I'm very
Yes,
good at
that
that.
you do. Yeah, that you're good at.
I'm going to put superior up one.
Okay.
And mundane down one.
Stop thanking our mundane.
What?
Stop thanking our mundane.
Okay, so I
You're
will.
so bad.
See, I think this might be why this group is so emo. We just have no mundane.
Mundane, yeah, we don't know how to share emotions.
You've got a newborn and a beacon in the party, and yeah, you are like, no, we are so emo. It's all important.
It's fine. I'm
So-
gonna put all my advances into locking my mundane.
Let's